Welcome to Coffee with Findity, the place where you will learn about the latest business trends from industry experts themselves. My name is Emil Andersson and I am the head of marketing here at Findity. Today, we're going to talk about the hottest and latest trends within digital banking. And joining me is none other than Camilla Giacomazzo from Tink. Welcome.
Thanks.
Super nice to have you here, Camilla. You are the business development manager at Tink.
Mhm.
What does that really mean? What do you do on a daily basis?
So basically, it means that I'm in contact daily with the product manager, CTOs, co-founders of companies in high growth stage, like Findity. And I help them taking advantage of open banking, which means that they can use open banking to improve their operational efficiency, improve their customer experience, and at the same time find new revenue stream thanks to the financial data that is fetched through Tink and open banking, all with an SMB offering that scales with their business.
So you're really enabling companies like us and many others there to do more with open banking.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, great. Very exciting to have you here. And for me to get to know you a bit better, and for you viewers as well, of course, to get to know Camilla a bit better, we have a question that I'm asking every single one who comes onto this show. And that is, of course, the top three things. Like, what are the top three things that you would bring to a deserted island?
Yeah. Oh, it's a desert island. Okay. Yeah. So I think the answer would depend if the island is located in Sweden or in Italy, because in Sweden, I think I would definitely bring extra clothes. No, but yeah, in general, I think I would take some water and probably like my phone and like maybe a solar charger, so that I can at least be in touch with my best friends. I'm a very social person, so I like being in contact with people.
So always stay connected.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, you hear. Always stay connected, even when on a deserted island. Great. Shall we jump into what the viewers are here for?
Yeah.
Great. So I have prepared a little bit, and according to your report from last year, 30% of financial executives have reported that their open banking budgets have actually declined, whereas 46% say the opposite, that their budgets have increased on a year-on-year basis. That gets me a little bit confused, but you're an expert, so I'm going to ask you this then. What's the indication like for 2022? What's going to happen in the future within open banking?
Yeah, thanks for the question, and it's a really good question. So what we see for 2022 is that the percentage of executive that will increase their open banking budget will keep growing. So it means that now it's 40, in 2021 it was 46%, and we believe that percentage will keep increasing and be more than those instead that will decrease their open banking budget. That is because of different statistics as well that are important to take into account. One of them is that we saw that since open banking came into force in 2019 with PSD2, the percentage of executive being very positive to open banking has actually steadily increased from 51% in 2019 to 74% in 2021.
Hmm.
Uh,
So it will continue up then.
exactly.
Yeah. And what does that really mean for companies like ours who are in the growing phase?
Yeah, it means basically that executives are expanding beyond compliance. So, open banking is not anymore just like something that banks need to comply to, but it's becoming something that is an opportunity for banks to offer their customers the possibility to connect to their bank account also in different app platforms and applications which are not like the normal access to their bank to enter their bank interface.
Yeah.
Web banking.
It's really about accessibility, right? And that will continue
Yeah,
on and on and on in your estimate at least, and what the trends that you are seeing from your position.
yeah,
Yeah, very exciting. Europe is a big continent. It's not the biggest in the world, but it's a big continent still. And this PSD2 that you mentioned, this directive is a EU directive, and there are many different countries, of course, within EU. But are there any countries that sort of are ahead of the game when it comes to open banking, and And if so, what are they doing differently than the rest?
Yeah, it's a really good question, and Tink is actually studying these trends to understand which are the countries that are ahead of the games. For this, we did a report called Open Banking Readiness of different countries, where we analyzed different statistics, and we did notice that Western European countries are definitely ahead of the games when it comes to open banking. Two countries in particular, Sweden and UK, are really standing out from the rest of European countries. And the two main ingredients I would say that these two countries have when it comes to open banking, it's really like a common effort from the banks and the regulators to make the API they expose to third-party providers like Tink of really good quality. So in UK, for example, the granularity of open banking API is really good. So and that enables different use cases, so that other companies can access different type of data points and use those information to offer new service to their clients. And another point is the customer experience and the authentication flows. In Sweden, we all know it's super easy to enter your bank account. There's bank ID, and you can enter. It's the same authentication method for all the banks, and that allows really smooth user journeys and authentications. Which is not the same across Europe, and even within the same country, there are different authentication methods for different banks. Um, so we definitely see these two as being the main success factors for open banking
So
experience.
two main points. One is sort of the granularity of the API itself, and then the other one is the accessibility for end customers or for end users with, for example, the bank ID that we have here in Sweden.
Yeah, exactly.
There you have it. That's straightforward, right? With the open banking and what's being done well when countries are doing it well. I have a question because Tink's technology is being used in many different circumstances, of course, and I can only dream of the different ideas that people have. But what is the craziest thing that you know of course, maybe you don't know all of them, but what is the craziest thing that you know of that your technology has been used for?
Yeah, I think definitely the craziest thing has been this dating app that wanted to integrate Tink open banking into their own app, so that they could use the financial data of their customer to match different personalities, right? So, for example, if they would see like same people were spending in the same shops, or they would go to similar restaurants and so on and so forth, then they would be automatically match.
Wow. There's definitely tons of different ways to find love, I guess. Spending habits is not the one that comes to my mind, but very interesting take. What is the most common usage of your technology, if I can ask that?
Yeah, I think what we see, the most common usage is definitely like the improved onboarding. So a lot of clients, lenders, and fintech need to onboard clients and need to verify that that person has a specific bank account and they own it. That's for sure like a common use case. Otherwise, as I said, transaction analysis of companies, fintechs, they want to create value. So, for example, they look at the financial data and they tell their customers, for example, what is their CO2 emission, or many different use cases. Another important one is also the risk assessment. So it's very common now that like financial data is often outdated, and now lenders can take advantage of open banking to use ready and updated financial data to make risk assessment on their clients if they want to give them a loan, for example.
Accessibility, really. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Final question before I let you go. And that is, if you could find 1 more hour per day, what would you do with that?
Yeah, that's a good question. I'm always struggling to find that hour, but I would definitely work out more. I do struggle
To the gym.
get to the gym every day after work, and sometimes you have an after work or a dinner with friends. I would definitely prioritize that if I had an extra hour per day.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would do something similar. I also need to hit the gym a bit more often. But thank you so much, Camilla, for joining us here today. And thank you to all of our viewers. It's been great having you as always. And I hope you feel like you got a little bit of extra insights into the digital banking field. Thank you so much. See you next time. Bye bye.